Was scamming the way that people are going to use charm? They're sacrificing their fellow human beings, sacrificing girlfriend, boyfriend, brother, sister, whatever family relative, just to make money through scamming. If you know that there are so many people who just have sex now for the pleasure of it, or they say for the fun of it, that's the word they use. It's for the fun of it. It's for the fun of it. That's why our forefathers did not want that fun of it. That is why they said we should just circumcise you so that you will not have any feeling when the intercourse is happening. Hey loves, welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Elomo and I film about relationships, growth, lifestyle. And in today's video, it's actually a quick one here. I want to address something that has really been disturbing me on my mind and to tell you guys Merry Christmas. I feel like this festive period I've not actually had the time to sit down to do a sit down video and chat with you guys and to tell you Merry Christmas, because I've been uploading lots of vlogs, which is not even by my doing. It's not like I plan to, but it just so happened. You know how the festive period is. Buzz. So how is it going for you guys? Before stepping out to go where I want to go to, I said let me address this real quick because I've not really had time to actually sit down and have a proper video. I'm just like, you know what, where there is a will, there's a way. So let's address the issue of today, what I wanted us to talk about. So I was having this conversation like a while back, about 2 weeks ago, with somebody, and the person was like, oh Carol, have you changed church? You know, this same question I have got this question again, and I'm like, no, why? They're like, oh, the way some of them they take the God thing now matter serious, eh? I don't understand. They like saying, hello, no Jesus. In my head, I'm just like, where is this coming from? And the person is like, oh, and what parents then for in those days where they not be hold God tight, so and I say wait to happen, God no bless them, they not prospered, where they not making it in life. And in my head, I'm just like, really? In this 21st century? And when I started talking to the person, I actually realized that there is so much to talk about this, and that is what we're going to talk about now. The person was trying to make it look like, oh, this generation is taking this God thing too seriously. Churches are exaggerating it. Everyday church, they're making as if you don't pray, you will not succeed in life. Our forefathers did not know God. Our forefathers were still surviving. And I was like, okay, I get your point totally and completely. We're so fast to say, oh, this generation, why change generation? If our parents say no, in our days, we used to kneel down to greet an elderly person. They'll say, no, now that one now on our days, things they don't change. Our generation don't change, things them. Times are changing, people should adapt. Or when it's something of a very good moral value that our parents want to hand down to us in this generation today, we say, no, that one now on our days, things have changed, we are now the new generation. And I'm like, fine, I get it. We have become globalized, computerized, everything. I get it that things are changing. So if we have accepted the fact that things are actually changing, right, and we want to do things the other way we feel is right, so why is it that when people now want to do non-Christ the way to suit our society of today, you say, oh, we're exaggerating? I don't even get this point. The ills that are happening in our society of today, is it the same ills that were happening in our parents? Not even isn't the same, is the frequency of the ills, is it the same thing that was happening in our parents days back? I feel like some people say things and we don't just understand what we say. If we say, well, people are more prayerful nowadays, the things happening, the atrocities happening these days, does not deserve hammer, does not deserve prayer, as in does not deserve another route of seriousness of prayer and fasting. Because in our parents' days, certain ills that are being normalized now, it was not normalized. As in the days of our parents, if you committed a very big atrocity, you either stoned to death or maybe something really bad could happen to you. But in today's world, all those things have become normalized. They'll tell you, oh, human rights, you cannot stone somebody to death, or you cannot punish the person, you cannot banish the person. In those our forefathers' days, as the person was trying to say, I'm like, in those our forefathers' days, if you could sleep with a married woman, you will be banished. Or if you were caught even committing adultery or fornication, you will be banished, or something serious was going to happen to you. But in our days today, these things are normal. Everything is seeming okay. It is okay for people to live their life that way, and nobody should judge anybody. You see, when you want to tell people the truth, they say, oh, you're being judgmental, you're judging them. Is that really the case? I'm trying to actually tell you the truth, but you say I'm being judgmental. So our world of today has made us to see that certain things are normal. You guys say we're praying too much more than our forefathers' generation. Fine, in our forefathers' days, was coming rampant. Yes, let me hit the nail on the head. Was coming rampant, was coming in the way it is now in this our generation, that people are actually going to use medicine to scam, was coming the way that people are going to use charm. They are sacrificing their fellow human beings, sacrificing girlfriend, boyfriend, brother, sister, whatever family relative, just to make money through scamming. That was not the case in our forefathers days. So why would we not intensify prayers now? So you want that they should come and use the meal as sacrifice, not like that bread. The way ills are happening in our society now, it's the same way as it is increasing. It's the same way our spiritual life has to also increase. If these ills are increasing and our spiritual life is instead decreasing, then how is this society going to have a balance? I don't even get. The person was like, oh, prostitution is the oldest profession it has been. I said, true, prostitution is the oldest profession it has been for long. But they were doing it in secret. Even the prostitutes in those days, they did not have somewhere they go and stand, and it's like if you know them in the village, you know that this one is a prostitute, but they were still doing it in secret. Nobody had accepted that I am a prostitute, because you knew the consequences that come with it. Do you get? They were still doing it in secret. But in these our days, there's nothing like secrecy. Everybody is exposing everything on social media. You know, we have places that you go to. If you want a prostitute, you can go and get a prostitute from them. So I'm just like, why are you not seeing all these ills that are actually increasing in this our days? Because we are the Android world, we are the internet world. But you are seeing by the fact that we are overclaiming prayer life in this our days. Our forefathers did not overdo it, but they survived. They survived because their ills were minimal. Do you understand? Their own atrocities that were happening those days were minimal. Yes, they were happening now. Homosexuality is not even something that is bothering people again. Everybody's like, no, everybody has the right to choose who you want to love. People have now come and said that you have the right to choose your sexuality. You can choose if you want to be a girl, if you want to be a woman, if you want to be a man, if you want to be a boy. Some people have even said you can choose if you want to be an animal. Yes, I saw it in the news the other day. A man, a medical doctor from the US, who has decided that he wants to become an animal because man and woman, this human being thing does not fit him, and he has undergone plastic surgery for him to be inserted horns on his forehead. He has shaved his whole body. He has transfigured his ears, his nose. Do you understand the level of ills happening in this our days? That somebody can undergo plastic surgery to look like the devil. Is that even something that we should be laughing about? Like Pastor Mijos is saying, the person you're playing with is not playing with you. If the devil can have that kind of influence on people now that can make them to undergo plastic surgery to look like him, so why can we not intensify our prayer life when the devil is not actually laughing at us? Because the devil now is looking for a means to spread his word. The same way God is trying to spread his word, it's the same way the devil is trying to also gain territory, right? It's like Brazaris and Supermom. Everybody wants to gain more customers. It's the same thing. That's how the devil is also trying to widen his grip over God's children. Do you understand? So it's funny how you tell me that people are over praying now, that in those our forefathers days they were not over praying and things still happen. True, very, very true, because it was easier to manage them in those days. They were in a smaller community. It was easier to monitor everybody's movement. Today, everybody, you cannot even monitor. The population has increased. Everything has increased. If you did geography, you understand what I'm talking about, population change and the effects of population change on the society. So it's very necessary that as we are moving ahead in this life, we have to carry God very seriously. I don't know how to say this, because when I was having this conversation with this person, that's when I started talking about it. That's when I realized that, oh my God, I really have actually a lot to say about this. Because it's so funny that you say we're not supposed to take God too seriously, we're over exaggerating God, because other people they did not take God like that in their days, and they survived. Okay, but I just want to tell somebody out there, you are not in your parents or your forefathers' generation. We are not there. Because the same generation that you're saying that we should be like them. We should be like them. They did not overtake God seriously, but they survived. It's the same generation that if they tell you that, oh, in our days, you did not even have the right to choose who you want to marry, we go and look for a suitable wife or a suitable husband and come and give you. You say, no, that is people's days. So our days, things have changed. Time has changed. I will look for my husband. I will look for a rich man. I will look for this or look for that. That is the same way you should accept that things have changed in that domain. It's the same way you should accept that things have also changed spiritually. Yes, witchcraft has been existing right from our forefathers' days, but the level at which it is going now, it's so easy for anything to sway you in this our generation, because The internet is one tool that can easily sway you. If you want to follow everything that is on the internet, you can be easily swayed. And even as Christians, still on this social media platform, you still have to be guided on what you follow, what you hear. You still have to guard your space. That's how dangerous the internet is. Then what more of somebody who is not even grounded spiritually, who doesn't even know the left from the right spiritually, and is on this platform, this social media, that we're seeing everything happening there. So what more of that kind of person? The person is easily going to be swayed. The person is easily going to feel that abnormalities are normal. Like, it's going to make abnormalities your norm. And how do we know the normal? The Bible, the word of God, right? That's your standard of living. That's your manual of living. That's what you're supposed to look for, to say, if the world is telling you today, oh, homosexuality, there is no problem with homosexuality, the law backs you up, everybody has a right, you have a right. If that's what the world is saying today as normal, what does the Bible say about it? What does the Bible say about it? This is the sin that God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Doesn't even make this statement of, oh, our parents didn't even have our forefathers didn't even have Bible in those their days, but they still live quite all right. And I'm like, yes, true, our forefathers did not have Bible in these their days, but they had laws that were governing them. And every law that is being made for a society is not because they hate that group of people. It's not because they want the society to suffer. If a law is being made by people of that community, it's for the good of that community. Any law that is being put in place for the good of that community. So even if they do not have the Bible, they still had common sense and they knew right from wrong. That was the important thing. All their laws they put in place without the Bible even, coincidentally or fortunately or unfortunately, or still conforms to the Bible. Because if they made the law of do not sleep with another person's wife, they had no Bible to justify that law. They made it because it was basic ethics. It was part of their upbringing. It was their decency that they upheld. They put value in those things. Those are the things that they put value in, and they saw that no, a human being should not do this thing, or it is wrong to do this thing. They could differentiate right from wrong. So they could make a law that does not sleep with another person's wife or husband. They had no Bible to back it up, but it was a good law, right? It was for peace in the community. It was for harmony. It was for all those things. And if the Bible came after that and God gave the 10 Commandments, and inside the 10 Commandments, you see here, do not sleep with your husband, another person's wife, or another person's husband. And it conforms. So you see that even in our forefathers' days, that you are seeing that, oh, they did not live by the Bible, but they were living happily. Even in their days, the things they still did, their laws they still had, were still related to the Bible somehow. Do you understand? Because do not kill somebody. It was a taboo in our forefathers' days for you to murder somebody. It was actually a taboo. Not now that everybody has a licensed gun in their cars, in their houses. You just do anything, they'll just remove the gun and just shoot you on your head and you're finished. It was actually a taboo in those days to kill somebody on your own. You just wake up for no reason and kill somebody. You stab somebody because they had no guns. Like, you use a knife and stab somebody. You yourself will run out of that village because you know that you'll be pursued out. If they even catch you, you'll be stoned to death. So they had those laws that were guiding them for the society to function as a whole, for the society to function well, for the well-being of the society in general, of their community in general. But the laws were good laws, and it so happens that the Bible also comes and encourages or enhances or amplifies those same laws that our forefathers were using. So if they were using it at a lower tune, it's our advantage that the Bible has come and amplified it. So why would we not amplify it? Do you know what is an amplifier? Amplifier just adds volume. Our forefathers had those laws before. The Bible has just come and added volume to the laws. Do not do this. True, they had their own negative side that they were saying, oh, they did not understand biology that a woman could give birth to twins. They saw it like, oh, bad luck, ill luck, or they will throw one child in the evil forest. All those things. True, they were primitive. They did not know biology or chemistry to a certain level to understand that certain things were normal in life. But to the best of their knowledge, even those laws that they put that a woman who gives birth to twins should be thrown in the evil forest, they still thought it was for good. They still thought because it was abnormal for a woman to give birth to 2 children. Do you understand? So it's not because they hated human beings or because they did not want the world to continue. That is why they put certain laws. If they put female circumcision, It was because they knew that circumcising a woman, a female, is easily going to, is easily not, we're not going to have too much ashawos. Yes, let me put it like that. Like, because what's making you wanting to be wayward or wanting to be sexually loose is the pleasure you get from it, right? If you know that there are so many people who just have sex now for the pleasure of it, or they say for the fun of it, that's the word they use. It's for the fun of it. It's for the fun of it. That's why our forefathers did not want that fun of it. That is why they said we should just circumcise you so that you will not have any feeling when the intercourse is happening. Like, you just know that this thing is to have children, it's for procreation, and finish. So you see that their laws were not actually really for the bad. It was bad because we have changed our generation now. Our generation has changed, and we have seen that certain things are not good. Female circumcision is not good, killing of twins is not good. But at the time they made those laws, it was to protect the society. They had sat, a group of intelligent men sat and said, no, if we don't do this thing, this is how this thing is going to be. A woman is going to do like this, a woman is not going to do like, and they did it based on their own understanding, of which I'm not going to blame them for. That's something that they have tried. Our founding fathers, they have tried on their own part. I feel like I'm talking too much in this video, but I just have to say this. In as much as they made laws in their own times to govern them, good or bad, it was still for the good of the people. And if the Bible is for the good of us now, to even help us to maintain our sanity in this 21st century, oh my God, this world is so crazy. It's just that, some people know how crazy this world is. This world, excuse my language, is fucked up. This world is mad. You see the things that people are doing now is mad though. So if the Bible helps you to maintain your sanity, so why will you not go for it? If the Bible helps you to live well in this our century, in this our time that we know that we overknow too much, we don't even need the Bible, why would you not go for it? If you say, oh, because we're in the Android generation, we don't need God, our forefathers did not do it, they did it without God, you're just kidding me. Like, are you for real? You're kidding me. Because you will damage your life, you will destroy your life, you will not use your life to the full potential. Trust me, there is a grace that comes upon your life when you actually have a relationship with God. There are so many potentials that are being locked up within you, and you don't know you actually have those potentials. But when you have a relationship with God, trust me, you will discover your innermost self. And it's amazing. It's really, really amazing how wonderful God is, that He's there for our own good. He's there for our own good, to help you. He does not hate you. God does not hate you, or God does not want you to enjoy the things of life. Because I know that's what that person was trying to say, that, oh, this Bible thing that is over limiting people to enjoy the good things of life. He's the one who created it. He doesn't want you not to go out. He doesn't want you not to enjoy chicken chips. He doesn't want you, but you should do it the right way. You should do it properly. You should do it modestly. You should do it the right way so that you enjoy it to its fullness. Do you understand? You enjoy the things God has created to its fullness. I don't know. I feel like I've been over talking. I'm seeing the time here. This is the first time I'm actually recording, and I'm seeing the time. I'm seeing the time here, and I've been talking for so much. But I hope my point has been made. I hope you have actually gotten the point and can run home with it. Is there anything like over prayers? I keep saying this. Is there anything like over prayers? Please, somebody should wake me up. Is there anything like over prayers? Anyways, fam, let me end this video now. I'm actually sweating. Limbe is so hot. See the way I'm sweating. Oh my God, Limbe is just so hot, and I've been talking here and preaching like a preacher. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm definitely going to see you unfailingly, by the help of God, on my next one. And Merry Christmas! Happy festive season. Happy festive season.